So what I want to say is that the ANC had choices, just so people don't understand, so they can know what's really happening in the country. And it's important you know what I'm saying. So the ANC could have gone with minority, they could have gone with coalition, or they could have gone with GNU, a government of national unity. You know, how the minority government works is they govern with, and then they get a confidence and supply agreement. We will vote for them when they talk about this, about Abba Hambe, they'll get our vote. When they talk about this, we will then think that we will then speak about this. That it's an issue-based vote. Or they can go with a coalition. Coalition, you all know, all of us are together, 3 or 4 parties or 2 parties, but it's a coalition agreement. A government of national unity is something totally different. A government of national unity is something totally different. It's where the majority party invites, it's the majority party that invites all the parties and say, we've got a national unity. Come together. And the ANC then had meetings with all these parties. And PA then said, no, we want to be part of the government of national unity. They want to be part of the government of national unity. And PA said they want to be part of the government of national unity. We then agreed on certain things. They said they'll send a contract. The day when we went to go vote for President Cyril Ramaphosa, our first day in Parliament, we got the contract while we were in Parliament, and we sent it to our lawyers first to look at it and to explain to us, because I didn't understand what was happening there. And then they sent it back, and I signed that document during break in Parliament and sent it back to the ANC. On the same day the Parliament was sitting, I think it was on the 14th. Then, I didn't know about other parties. Then the DA and the ANC spent 48 hours fighting, where the DA is saying that they don't want the PA as part of anything. And the ANC says, you're not going to tell us. No, PA mustn't be part of this. 48 hours. They tried to get the PA out, and they said we don't want the PA. The PA must get permission from the IFP, from the ANC, and from the DA, because they're the founders. But we signed the day before. The IFP only signed on the 15th. We signed on the 14th. Now, I don't know what the DA was talking about. So, you know, they hate us. They can't stand us. And I've just reached that stage in my life where I'm like, you know what? I've just been the nice guy with the DA. You know, they attack me, they say stuff about us, and we do nothing. My nice guy stuff is over. Over. You hear what I'm saying? I hate them with a passion. I want nothing to do with them. I want nothing to do with the DA. I am not my forefathers that get told by this racist party how to behave. They tried everything to get us out. They tried everything to get us out. Every little thing to get us out. And we then decided, no. The ANC then said, no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to tell us. We then signed before the IFP. Then after we signed, 7 other parties also joined. Even 7 other parties also joined. So when these parties joined, we must now go in. Now, here's the truth of the matter that you must know. There's certain things our Constitution doesn't allow. The Constitution doesn't allow, the Constitution gives the powers to the president to appoint who he wants to appoint. The president is the only one that can appoint ministers. The only one. That's a constitutional demand on the president. And the Constitution says, so I can go meet here, Abba Hambe, I want police, I want this, I want this, I want this. I've got no law allows me. I can just sit down, maybe ask and whatever, but I can't force and say, you have to make me police minister. You have to make me home affairs minister. You have to make me sports minister. You have to make me whatever other ministries are there. The Constitution doesn't allow that. So, the DA has said three things which super colours, because you're deeply for the DA, said three things which they have just basically turned around in one day. The first thing they said they will not work with the ANC ever. Herman Mashaba also said that, and Herman Mashaba doesn't work with the ANC. That's the first thing they said. The second thing they said they want the president to cut the parliament. There's too many, not parliament, the cabinet, there's too many ministers. Today they're no longer saying that. They want 10 or 11 ministers. The third thing they said that there's cadre deployment. There's cadre deployment where the ANC appoints their own comrades. But they wrote in a letter that they want to appoint the director generals. That is an administrative function. It's a bureaucrat. So they are basically interfering. And that's cadre deployment. They want their people in those positions. Yesterday in Gauteng, they didn't want the PA to be appointed. And Panyaza Lissufi and them says, no, you're not going to tell us about the PA. So these people, they fear us. I want you guys to know, they fear us. They talk about Beaufort where they beat us. Do they talk about Poort where we beat them? Do they talk about Gouda where we beat them? Do they talk about places in Saldanha? Do they talk about thing where we beat them? What's this place that I really enjoyed seeing how we... Oudtshoorn. Do they speak about these places? So I'm saying to you, they mustn't act like the newspapers hate us. They hate the PA. I mean, like the guys write in the newspaper, yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, they are like loudspeakers. That's a newsprint for the DA. They've been fighting us. They've been telling lies about us. They've been doing all the type of stuff. But you see, for me, colours, they stood long lines to vote for the DA. But I look there in Parliament and I don't see them. I see one or two tutsulkis there of colours. And I cry for my people. I cry for my people because, you know, the people that lives in Cape Town, now you will fool this super colours, you wouldn't fool me because I live amongst you. They say now they're giving shelter now to the homeless. No, that's not the real story. Let us be honest about the real story. The real story is every person in Clifton had a meeting with the councillor, and they told the councillor, we don't want these people at our beach, these people that are sleeping there. We don't want them at our tennis. We don't want them here in our streets. They then took millions and they gave them shelter. Now the mayor goes around saying, we are giving the poor shelter. No, you will lie to them that lives in Plattekloof. You wouldn't lie to me. I know that's the biggest problem in Clifton at the moment. That's the biggest problem in Constantia. That's the biggest problem in Bishop. That all these people that lay in the street, that is there, all of them, you were told to make a plan and now you're taking millions while our people are still backyard dwellers. You guys don't make a plan for them because it's not a problem for you. But for your rich voters, when it becomes a problem, you jump as high and you find a solution and you disguise that solution like you're doing it for our people. The George thing, luckily we've got two people talking now what's happening in George. And we are going to expose you. I'm a parliamentarian. I'm a member of parliament. And I am going to expose what has happened in George at the George building. And people are going to go to jail. And we're going to follow the money trail. I want the DA to know it's war between us. If you know of anything I did wrong, you must talk. I'm going to expose the newspapers like Report and Media 24, News 24. I'm going to show you when we lose a by-election, they make it big things. But when the DA loses by-elections, there's not even a story when the PA wins. It's time that we expose these newspapers. I want you to know that. time for the DA just having a free ride is over. So I want to say to you that you must know, the PA is nobody's lucky. They're scared of us. They fear us. And I need you guys to know this. They fear us. On the 6th of June, we are going to appoint all the mayoral candidates for the PA for 2026. We are going to appoint only the mayoral candidates in every area. Because we are preparing now for the war that are coming. We are going to run certain municipalities. We have a different strategy this time. We ain't playing nice anymore. We ain't playing nice anymore. The DA doesn't ask what's Freedom Front doing there. They don't ask what PAC is doing there. What they want to know what's the PA doing there. Like they have won the ANC. I take my head off for President Cyril Ramaphosa for not giving in to the DA when they said they don't want the PA there. And he said, no way, I can't allow that. They only fear. Now, let me tell you, people say today they gave a demand and the ANC is angry. Now, I know that there's people in other parties which I'm not at liberty to say now because it's not our party. There's already speaking to the ANC to fill that gap. But I know they're going to accept. They're going to go to the ANC tomorrow and say, "Gee maar net wat jy het, Melanie." This is my take on this thing. The DP differs with me, and Leader Charles and them and Leader Eugene, they differ. I tell you, they are going to go and say to the ANC, "Gee maar net wat jy het, Melanie." They are going to accept 4 or 5 ministers' positions. That 11, they're not going to get. But they're going to go and say, "Gee maar net wat jy het, Melanie," because the ANC called a bluff. So I want you to know, when the DA said, "I will work with the ANC today," they are number one fighting us not to work. In fact, they are not only working, you know, I made an example on Facebook, is that you ask your girlfriend, "Girl, what do you think about that girl?" You ask your boyfriend, your friend, "Me Baru, what do you think of that girl?" "Ah, leave her. That girl's a bitch. You can't be with that girl. That girl is not a good girl." Tomorrow, he's getting married to that same girl he warned you about. That's the DA. They have never gotten competition like they're going to get competition now. The PA is ready. We've been working day and night for our plans going forward. There's certain people in the PA that really make other people feel so at home. They're rude to people. So those are the people who want to get out of the PA. We can't go where we are going into a serious war this time. We can't have people that still make other people feel inferior. We can't have those people that makes people feel like they don't belong here. We can't have those people that gossip about people and wanting to work other people out. We can't. This is not 2024, I'm telling you. We are coming here with the right people, the right mindset. We're going to be family. We can't be fighting if the DA is fighting us and the other parties are fighting us, then we still fight amongst each other. No, some of you must really just leave the PA because your heart is not our heart. Your mind is not our mind. Julle is rou. Julle is ongeskik met mense. You don't love PA members. We can't. We can't. We are trying to build leaders here. You gossip about PA members from the morning to the evening. How do we still go with you to war? We can't go with people that don't speak to each other. That's why we are losing. There's some areas where there's 2 cliques of leaders. 2 cliques. None of them has the humility to go to the other one and say, "Kom ons los man se goedes." Can't have that. Where we are going, we don't, even with me, I'm not a loser. I can't run with losers. We need people that want to win. You know, I don't understand. Some of these people, they get salaries from the PA. Some of them are councillors, some of them are political appointments. Every day when a teacher wakes up, she's going to teach children. When a nurse wakes up, they're going to go and get to the hospital to help people. When a doctor wakes up, he's going to go and nurse and heal people, excuse me. You are a politician that gets paid, but you work like piece job for PA. One day you're forever busy with your own rubbish. But we are going to remove you guys on the 6th. We've got councillors that just look for jobs for their friends. And their friends that has never won a PA t-shirt. But not for the PA people. No, we are going to sit with every councillor and tell them, this is our problem with you, this is our problem. We're going to, what are you saying? And then they must answer us. Free State, Northwest, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, KZN, those councillors mustn't come. Nobody from those provinces are coming. We are coming to you. We don't want to see any one of you in Gauteng on the 6th. Those 5 provinces. Because we are going back to those provinces to re-elect new leadership. To rebuild. We are not stupid. We know what we are doing. You've had your chance and you couldn't perform. Let us get people that can perform. We are not here to nurse people's egos. So those provinces has a problem. They didn't even get 1 seat. So we must go and fix the problem there. Because they were excluding other people. They were running their own little thing. They were acting like kings and queens. And then the results showed them. So I can't lead the organization and not being honest with you. Otherwise, I saw a picture of Cope that Mbiza posted. I actually think I sent it to him. Where the leader, where they were picking up Cope stuff because they're no longer making space in the office. Now you want us, our stuff to be picked up in 2029. Oh, because that's not going to happen. So we are going to, some of you, it's not that you are lazy, you are just ill-informed. I hear somebody says, oh, we can only change the list of parliament after a year. There's ways to change that list. Some of you must be honest that you can't work with people. Now, I'm the type of leader that, and I'm going to be honest with you, big changes are coming in this part. Everybody's talking us bad every time. But we're going to build this organization. I don't want one person to feel unwelcome in the PA. So I'm saying to all of you, you know, the salary that you're getting is making you crazy because you forget why you are there. We have councillors that we didn't even get votes in the areas where they stay. Now, what have you been doing all along? Now you want me to do nothing. I was saying to people that from next week, the first positions are available. The SG is her responsibility, and the DSG on the Facebook page to post those opportunities and to tell us in that area that stays there who got those positions. There's researcher positions. There's what. I don't want to see a person in a political position that don't have a pet number. That one, julle moet klaar weet. I don't want to see a person there wat nou skielik vanaand 'n pet number het. We can see the number when you joined. I want people that have worked. PA is going to create jobs for people that has been working for the Patriotic Alliance. We can't. Time for selling out is over. People are not working. I mean, there's now by-elections is going to come. A lot of DA councillors, ANC councillors, all these councillors are going to leave their parties. Some PA councillors are also going to leave the party. But some of you, you can't look in the mirror and say, but I'm a leader, but the party is doing so bad. Maybe I must still do some growing. No. And some of you, you have no, you send me messages on Facebook, please, I'm trying to get hold of you. I don't even have time for my family, for my kids. I stay in meetings. Can't you just think that now is not the time? Oh, Press, but Press is ignoring me. We are busy with the future of our children in negotiations, in planning, in strategizing. There's not a single day where I wake up and I don't do PA work. Vicky made me laugh. Vicky or Tyler was telling me that all the 5 cars that we travel with, 2 was an accident, other 3 engine blew up. Like, it's crazy. So what happened was, the insurance company gave us a Kombi, a Hyundai, with a router. You know that one with a router. And in 1 week, we did 6,000 kilometers. And the people didn't believe. The people didn't believe that we did the thing. How could you guys drive 6,000 kilometers in 1 week? This is how we work. Let me tell you something. I can tell you they robbed us in the Western Cape. I can tell you that. I can tell you that that this time, that's why we are starting now. And I'm saying to you guys, just leave your dirty heart for each other. Let us work and love each other. Don't speak to people. Some of you are leaders and you think the people are following you. No. They're following me. They're not following you. But you're rude to people. And even I never speak to people like that. I will never speak to people like that. I go to the mall for 10 minutes and then I'm there 2 hours. People want to talk to me, people want to take pictures, and I do it. I'm not going to always come here and talk. No, this. I mean, you look at how, I look at people that were fighting and planning and plotting against each other. They still managed to do well. We need to grow the PA now in the black communities. We need to go into the black communities. We need to build in the black communities now. We are going to have councillors in each and every, I don't want to give our strategy away, but we've got a different strategy in this election. We've got a different strategy as the Patriotic Alliance. People must get, let's say I become the minister. I'm just saying. I've got, I think, 15 staff members or something like that. I must also be scrutinized. Wie is die mense wat ek daar hier? Who are the people? Because when you see me with the staff. If you don't know those people, then I'm also a sellout. So I went to go take my friends. There's never won a PA. He said, ons ken mekaar by die PA. can't now come because I got a ministerial position. If the president feels so to give me one, I never know. But if the president don't give me as a minister, it's okay. I'm going back to the ground. I will not say one bad word about him. I will not say, yeah, this and this, I voted for you. He didn't put a gun to my head to vote for him. I stood up there proudly and I voted for him. I will go back to the ground. The road is long. If I don't fit in his plans, I must respect that. I might fit in somebody else's plans. But if the president feels, no, you fit in my plans, my bet is Thursday or Wednesday is going to announce his cabinet. And I unfortunately wouldn't know beforehand. Because they try for those things leak out. And I weet ek gaan julle sê. They know I'm going to tell you. So they wouldn't tell me. I'm also going to be it's like what the DP once said to me. I said to him, don't you think before you speak? He said something I didn't like. So I said to him, don't you think before you speak? He says, no, I'd like to be surprised. I would like to be just as surprised as everybody else when I say something. So, some of you, if you have joined the PA, President Cyril Ramaphosa never asked me, come vote for me, please. I voted for him then in Parliament. I told the caucus of the PA, all of them, to vote for him. And what happened? If he won, now he's going to look at this cabinet. He can't put everybody in. But he's going to look and say, I think I can use Caton here. I think I can use Caton there. Now, people in South Africa has a problem, particularly in the colored community. When you put your hand up, they laugh at you. But they're not even in the ring to put up their hands. I know I can add value when it comes to the Home Affairs. I know I can add value when it comes to police. I know I can add value there. Now, this is for my country. So I must not put up my hand. If I know I can stop gangsterism in its tracks, if I know I can help with the mass deportation, if I know that crime is a problem and I can fight these mafias, so I must say nothing. You guys are crazy. You're crazy. So that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. You must never let people dim your light. I'm proud that the president is even considering me. Considering my past, considering how far I've come. It shows you that the word of God has meaning. Now, if the president doesn't see me in that particular role, I must go make sure that we go back and we get more than 2.5% of votes. But we can't get angry when I'm not the minister. Vote for me next time so that I can make the cabinet and not ask to be included in the cabinet. And that's why I've got so much love for PA people. You know, my children are here and the one asked me, Dad, but you really, really, truly love the people of PA, ne? I said, why are you saying so? It's like, yeah, wherever we walk and somebody says, ons paisani, then you start chatting to the person. She says, when we walk with you, we don't want, even people must just greet them, mustn't say ons paisani. Because once they say, ons paisani, or for some men fast that, I know, then we like roll our eyes like, oh my word. He's going to talk to them now. Because I love the people. You have given me purpose in my life. Not my money, not my contacts, It's the PA people that gave me purpose. You gave me so much purpose, and that's why my love is so deep for you. And my love is real. My love is deep. My love is real. And that's why I'm just being honest with you. If there's anything, I'll tell you. Like Patriots, easy done. On Thursday or Wednesday, when the president announces his cabinet, I'm going to pray that I'm in there. I'm going to watch TV just like you. And the lives are not going to stop. Here daar gaan toe meer lives is. Ek kan ook nie sonder die lives nie, because this is also my therapy, talking to my people. Because I'm surrounded by a world that would say to me, I'm not good enough. And I always go to my happy place. And this is my happy place. This is my happy place, being amongst the patriots. And I will be the best minister there can be. I'm going to work hard. You're going to see me. I'm going to listen to people. I'm going to have our lives. I'm going to talk to you. I've got so many ideas to fight crime in this country. Hier ek gaan hulle klaarmaak, ek wil jou nie lieg nie. You know, I don't want to lie to you guys. You know, I'll show you a simple thing. You know, there's a syndicate. I'll tell you two syndicates happening. There's a syndicate in Nigeria. I'll tell you how they bring the drugs in. In Nigeria, there's a syndicate at the airport of Nigeria. Now, South Africa is the only airport in South Africa where you don't get searched when you land in the country. I want to repeat it. You don't get searched. I'm telling you one crime story. Let me tell you a few, but I want to start with this one. So they get the drugs in Nigeria. They bring it from, what is this place? A place in Africa. I forgot the name now. I get the name now. Into Nigeria. And then what they do, at the Nigerian airport, they will have 100 people flying into South Africa with drugs. Now, the people check in Nigeria, and before they jump on the plane, they go in the toilet and they strap themselves with drugs. And then they land in South Africa. There's 2 little dogs in South Africa, 2, that smell the people. Now, they spray something on the drugs so the dogs can't smell the drugs. 2 little dogs. So let's say 500 people pass. That dog will smell 10 of the 500. Then they sell the drugs in South Africa. After they sell the drugs in South Africa, they now have all this money, but they don't know how to wash it. This is how they wash the money. They go to the market in Joburg and they buy bananas. They buy bananas at the market. And then they sell it at the same market. And then the market will transfer the money into the companies. So they wash the money at the Joburg Fresh Market. That's one. All the guns that you see in circulation, 92% of people that get shot is getting shot with police guns. Because they have a contact there with the police where they're supposed to destroy the guns, they don't destroy the guns. The drug lords own their own police station commanders. The scrap yards, the scrap metal, they're cutting up our whole railway and they're in cahoots with the scrap metal people. Our country is in deep trouble. Now, I'm telling you just because I understand how mafias operate. I told you guys what happened in ESCOM. And that guy wrote a book of everything I said. And the biggest criminals that you get is in the police. Now, you can't fight crime until you fight the 10% corrupt cops that's owned by the Nigerians. Guys, our country, the guns, 80 people get shot every day, dead, get killed. With police firearms. Now you gotta be able to stop that. Even the people that gives gun licenses, there's a syndicate operating there. There's a syndicate operating with the issuing of firearms. There's a syndicate operating with cars. How they take cars over the border, I stopped that thing in a day. One day. Our country is being... That's tower, cell phone tower batteries. Can you believe the worst thing I've heard? There are no-go areas for cops in South Africa. I go mad. Imagine the cops are not allowed to go in certain buildings that's owned by Nigerians. Certain shops in Belleville, certain shops in Sunnyside, certain shops in Yeoville, certain buildings in Hillbrow. They keep the drugs in all the churches. There's Bishop Duarte also talking about it. Now, the cops that are not corrupt get intimidated to speak. Do you know that body parts is a business in South Africa? Let me tell you what's the biggest crime in South Africa: cyber crime. South Africa doesn't invest in cyber crime, in fighting cyber crime. You have the Serbian mafia here. You have the Russian mafia here. You have the Chinese, the triads, the Chinese mafia here. You have the Congolese mafia here. You have the Black X, the Nigerian mafia here. You have the Lesotho, 3 mafias from Lesotho. That's in gold. You have the Ethiopian mafia here. You have the Somalian mafia here. They kill each other. Here on our gronde, onze gronde. So, I want to show you. So even if I don't become the police minister, even if I don't become police minister, if I'm there in cabinet, I can help the police minister. I know how to fight crime. Ek is nie bang vir hulle nie. We've been having gang leaders that just kill people and give instructions for 5, 6 people being killed. They need to be removed from society, those people. I know them. I grew up with some of them. I was in prison with some of them. Now, and I say this with all humility, if there ever was a person that was born for a time to fight crime, it's me now. Because I understand this thing. This is not something I'm going to read up on. I'm telling you, I can tell you stories about how they operate with this scrap metal. I can tell you stories about how they bring in the drugs in this country. Container loads. From here it goes to Australia. South Africa is like a Troy. These Nigerian bosses, there's a Nigerian that's got 2,000 RDP houses that he rented out, that he took from people that owed him for drugs. Drugs wat hy dink gaan haal. Ja. Here help. So, I'm just telling you that. And the power, the thing that put me in power to be able to be in the race, it's your votes. And I will never forget it. We need law and order again in this country. Now people are saying, what does he know? How can he be? I've run a list. I've been CEO of a listed company. I have bought a listed mine and I delisted it. I have thousands of people working for me. I understand what needs to be done. I understand what needs to be done. I'm in charge of a political party with 9 seats in parliament, 11 seats in the different legislatures, 2 seats in NCOP, 86 seats in councils. Do you think we came here because we're stupid? Oh, that's another thing. I will never, now I'll use my own bodyguards. That one I'm never going to be, that is one thing. Then I step down rather. I'm never going to use my bodyguards remain my bodyguards. So I'm saying to you that the Somalians are bringing in 50 Somalians a day, against some of them against their will. Here's the worst thing I'm going to say to you. Some of the politicians are benefiting from these mafias. Some of the politicians are getting money from these mafias. And some of them says you can't make Gayton. Because they understand. Ons kom vir hulle ook wat so corrupt is, wat deal met die Somalian mafia, with the Russian mafia, with the Chinese mafia, with that. Our country is a jumping castle for criminals. And I just wanted to show you simple things which needs to our children are dying. And then, you know, I want to talk about the killings. Here's the worst part of these killings, and I've seen it in El Dorado Park, and I've seen it in Westbury, and I've seen it in Menenberg and in Galvandale. There's people that's not gangsters, but their children get killed. And then they start harboring hate towards the mother of the child that killed their child. Are you understanding what I'm saying? My child kills Kenny's child. Kenny starts hating me, but I'm not a gangster. Our people don't just fight for drugs. They fight for blood. Most of this fight is not drugs. You guys don't understand. It's blood. Ons moet die bloed optel. We must pick up the blood. It's like, who killed my father? Who killed my uncle? Who killed my brother? We have to stop that. The blood in our communities is the reason people kill each other. And it's not just drugs. Yeah, there's drugs. There's from my Nambo. I want to build a name. There's drugs. Thing. I want to build a name. There's drugs. There's women involved. Those are small compared to the blood. People, it can't be that our people are dying every day. And that's probably the biggest reason why I want this job, because I know the people that orders this heat. You know the people that order the heat. You know who the gang bosses are. I'm trying to turn South Africa, and you know, I listen to your nonsense that some of you speak. Say, no, you must report your child. No mother's going to report a child to go to jail. It's just a mothery thing. It's something I can't explain. My mom didn't report me. Some of you go and you say, yeah, people in the community know who the shooters are. Yes, we all know who the shooters. But if people speak about it, the cops tell the criminals, you know, I tell you, it's a story, I can't even speak about it till today. Leader Marlins will probably share the story with you tomorrow. I'll give him permission. I can't. About a family in PE that, you know, that story, I can't raak mal when I think about that family. I give Leader Marlin permission to tell about that family, of how people die when they report to the police who the shooter is. Because the very police go and tell the shooter, the witness against you is Margaret, is Michael. I tell you a story about a girl in Westbury. They was shot. And I heard the most, and I didn't, and the cops told the shooters that the girl know them. And she was 6 years old. I never even told the mom of the girl. And Vicky will tell you, I went to the people that shot her. I said, if you're going to shoot that girl, because you want to shoot that girl, ek ga julle self doodmaak. Ek sweer voor die Here. And I took pictures with that girl and I visited in hospital so they can see I'm close to this girl. Now they kill children. They don't care. Ek kom hulle klaarmaak. We, under if I become Minister of Police, for God willing, I want to change the community to not be scared of gangsters, but gangsters be scared of police, because I will protect the community. I'm saying to all of you here tonight, it can't go on like this. The people live in fear of gangsters. The people live in fear. These people think nothing to send our children to go kill, to send our children to get killed. Then you see somebody says, Gaten is a Farador, Gaten is a fast gun, Gaten is a HL, Gaten is an American, Gaten is a junkie funky, Gaten is a... That, let me tell you something. Imagine me being a gangster. Here toch, asseblief. Me. Do you know what gangsters does? They sit together every day. I don't visit people. It was Lalu that said the other day, yo, your life is, people don't know your life. Julle sit mense se name op WhatsApp, op Facebook. You don't even know what you're talking about. I'm saying to you, if President Cyril Ramaphosa gives me opportunity, the security companies are the gun smugglers. And they have the people in crime intelligence. They have the people in the walks. I'm talking about big mafias that was with me in jail. The guys are wealthy today. I meet them. I see them driving Ferraris. I'm like, say, julle is besig, hè? Say, hi, my broer. Ons own die gatas. In the Patriotic Alliance, I go and there's a HL that's been shot. If there's an American being shot, I don't go there because the child was an American or a HL. I go there because the mother is a patriot. The father is a patriot. Ek het niks uit te wy met die goeders. Imagine the 5 pilletjies kom verkoop lewe. People, I'm saying to you, you brought us this far. Maar die Here se tyd is die beste tyd. You know, in Khayelitsha, I ask myself, but why? In Clifton, let's take Clifton. There's so many police there, driving up and down. Nobody gets shot in Clifton. In Khayelitsha, where people die, then they're waiting for police. What is the police doing in Clifton? And nobody dies there. And people got like, every person, if you can live in Clifton, you must have private security. Honestly. People have private security in Clifton. Houses, you can't get a house in Clifton less than 30 million rands. I've not seen a house in Clifton less than 30 million bucks. Apartments start at 40 million. In the squatter camps, they need police. In Diepsloot, the foreigners are causing havoc to the people. Here, ek sal hulle wys. So if God's timing is not our timing, so I need everybody to know that, as people ask me, why are you still doing politics? You can live your life, you can do, it's something that God put upon my life. You know, God put it upon my life. God put it upon my life that I give you this, my son. This is how you're going to repay your debt to society. I've prepared you for this. You will never hear me. And people don't understand. Duty calls on me to serve my country. Now some of you are laughing at me because I want to serve my country. I don't even need nothing of parliament. Nothing tells you I'm there for godly duty. I'm on a kingdom assignment. That's why I don't care about the other stuff there. Imagine an ambulance can't go in. Do you know that boys that were shot dead of Sasco? The boys that were shot dead at Sasco. Do you know that they delivered bread at the PA function? And that's why Sasco called Michelle and Michelle called me. So I just want to say to you that I just appreciate the fact that your votes has brought us this far. Somebody asked me, what's the first thing I'll do? I said, the first thing I'll do is I'm going to bring back police file. I'm going to bring back where people get money when they give information. Because everybody knows about the crime. I'm going to make sure that Jocelyn gets, the search for Jocelyn, it's now without politics. You know, I'm going to reopen that case of Jocelyn. And you mustn't get angry when I don't become police minister. Because maybe I'm not in the plans of President Cyril Ramaphosa, and that's also okay. That's also okay. We must respect that. I'm not the president. I must understand. You wouldn't like if another president of another party enforces on me to take decisions that suits him. So I just want to say to you that God's love is sufficient for us as patriots. God's love, we don't want people's love. I mean, there's people that has made it their lives before they speak to God, before they speak to their children, positivity in their children's life, they'll speak negativity in my life. And it's their life that needs some positivity. I can't worry about those people. You know, all the buurtwagte can play such an important role. The neighborhood watchers. So let us pray, let us work. Let us pray. We are family. Stop listening to these people that act like they're close to me. I don't play that game. I don't play that game. Not by the PA. And I just want to say to God that I know our time is coming. I looked at Action SA, they went down. I look at Rise Mzansi, didn't do what they did. I look at Bossa, didn't do what they did. I look at Cope, they went down. Look at Good, they went down. I look at all the different parties. Maar die Here het deurgekom vir ons. God came through for us. God came through for us. They are fighting me in courts, they are fighting me, but ek is 'n mens vas. We've got people in parliament. No matter what you do, people have something bad to say. And I've just put my hand up and say, I want to fight crime in this country. I want to deal with these mafias. This is our country, it's our children's country. Here, gee my net die geleentheid. And I just want to say to you tonight, how much I love you guys. How much you mean to me. You mean everything to me. And I'm not a false person. Let me tell you one thing about me. I can see falsie. I can see a falsie. I'm not false. And when I say I love you, I love you. When I say I care about you, I care about you. And I want to say tonight, if I've never said it, I just want to say to you guys, thank you. You know, the president did call me. I don't know, did I inform you? The President Ramaphosa did call me a second time. I was in the movies with my kids. I took them to the movies to go watch Bad Boys. And my phone rang. And the president called me again. It was Saturday. And he said, Kayton, how are you? I said, hey, President, apologies, I missed your call. I called back. He answered when I called back. And I said, President, I was in the movie and my apologies. And he said, no problem. Go back in the movie. I said, no, President, I'm out of the movie now. He says, what are you watching? I had amper gesê Moses. I said, Bad Boys. Yes, you want to become police minister, you are busy with Bad Boy goodness. And he says to me, what are you watching? I really said, Moses, because I watched Moses the previous evening on Netflix. Moses is playing on Netflix. So I wanted to say, I'm watching Moses. But I was just honest. I said, I'm watching Bad Boys. He laughed. And he said, listen, I haven't forgotten about you. I said, no, thank you, President. Much respect. And that was the last time I spoke to him. And he just said, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm still going to call you. So, ek is daarom nog op die man se special. I'm still maybe on the... Because I tell you, I was watching Moses on Netflix. And I couldn't stop watching it because I wanted to watch the whole thing of Moses. It's currently on Netflix. And when he asked me, what are you watching? I was saying Bad Boys. Imagine, what you watching? Bad Boys. So he's still a bad boy, and I was a bad boy. So, just so you know, for me, there's no deeper friendship and family I have than the members of the Patriotic Alliance. You guys are genuine, man. You know, newspapers were telling you how corrupt I am. Newspapers were telling you I'm still a criminal. My past was brought up by people that killed my our ancestors, people that, all of those things. And the president would never have called me twice in a week if it wasn't for your votes. And me, I'm not false. You know, I love President Zuma. And I have a relationship with President Zuma. But I've made my choice. that I'm going to support President Ramaphosa. And some of my friends say, don't support him. No, I'm going to support him. I'm going to support him publicly, privately. I'm going to support him. Because I'm not supporting myself there. I'm supporting the aspirations of the Patriotic Alliance members. But just so you know, we're going to be part of the by-election in Ken William. We're going to be part of the by-election in Kukama. Die hond is los. Die hond is vrek los. Die hond is nie weer vastgemaak nie. Die hond was net wat hulle tel toe maak ons die hond vast. Die hond is weer los. Die hond is weer los. So just so you know, somebody asked me, what if he gives you Minister of Women and whatever? Ek sê, Here, kom julle tog hier, ek bring sommer 'n vrou daar die PA kom. Sy word sommer die minister. Ek sal nie weet hoe 'n Minister of Women te wees nie. But just so you guys know, you're a wonderful bunch of people, and thanks for following my lead. And we didn't really get what we wanted, but we, you know, there's a word that says, you know, I am not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. Hey! Sorry, Sittersdal, not Len William, Sittersdal. Thank you, PS. Die woord van die Here sê, ek is nie waar ek gewys het nie. Maar ek is ook nie waar ek wil wees nie. Maar ek is ook nie waar ek gewys het nie. I am not where I want to be yet. But I'm not where I used to be. Hey! Yeah. So I'm saying to you guys, nobody's laughing at us, except the stupids. There's really stupid people, no matter what you know, I was seeing some stupid person saying about DJ Stacey, oh, sy het so gesê, rampies, maar nou moet sy vir rampies vote, because DJ Stacey is not confused. She understands the mandate. But ons gaan nie stil bly môre. And so she understands the mandate that this is where we're going. People want you to do the same thing over and over and over again. We don't hero worship people. We are there in parliament for ons eie nommer. And then I want to say to you that there's operation we're going to launch. I thought we'll launch it today, but not yet, because we are still waiting for more information and we're still busy with the plans. And I don't want to say what the plans are, because then they're going to steal our plans. We just came up with the most brilliant plan for Operation Shine, so that the party can also help your communities with Operation Shine. Operation Shine is, we're going to give food in our areas, we're going to clean our areas, we're going to fill potholes in our areas, we're going to fix the lights, we're going to clean up all the mess in the areas, we're going to make our areas shine again. But I'm going to ask for 1 week still, because there's certain plans which I can't say now until we've instituted them. But Operation Shine is coming in all the areas, and that's when we'll see who's working. You know, the people under leader Randy and them there, and Melissa and Sperto and them in Bloom, they've been running a portal, Operation Shine portal plan there. And you wouldn't believe when I tell you that, how people are coming every day to come and work. We've got like 30, 40 people coming every day to come and help with the pilot project of Operation Shine. That makes me very happy. And this is what we're going to do in each and every area. Operation Shine is coming to each and every area in South Africa. We're going to fix our area. We're not just going to wait for government. And I'm going to be part of Operation Shine. We're going to make our community shine. We're already making the work lighter. Let me tell you, if we have our community shine, when we take over in 2026, we're already halfway with the job. We're going to have Operation Shine. We're going to clean our areas. We're going to give people food. We don't want people that comes whenever they feel like coming. We want people that know that. We want to know that you wake up every day and you work for the PA. Operation Shine. As both DJ Stacey en Jasmine hulle van die parlement afkom, hulle moet sommer gaan inval in Operation Shine. Dat sy van ook is moeg. Sy gaan werk. That's what I want to say to you. We're going to work. We're going to fix stuff. We're going to help our old people. Operation Shine. It's going to be a PA thing that's going to change the trajectory and the look of our communities. We are family. Operation Shine, and I'm just giving a little bit. It's also going to, part of Operation Shine is going to have a mentorship program. Where each and every one of us, you must post who are you mentoring very soon. We'll tell you what are the areas.